How are you? Salud. Where you from?
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Yeah.
I got you.
Alrighty, well, let's just hop right into it. So this is Jon Stewart's first film, right?
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Oh, it feels amazing, man. Feels, big shoes to fill for sure. Definitely great responsibility because it is the first film. You want to make it exciting and dynamic and all of the good things. I want to make it a film that I'd want to see because I watch all the DC animated films. So for me, awesome opportunity, man. But just to be able to join the world, the space, and low key, you know what I'm saying? I'm now a Justice League member. It's pretty cool, bruh. That's pretty cool.
Did you find any parallels with like Jon's story to your own?
Well, in terms of trying to figure out who you are as a man, yeah. I feel like in this, because it's really truly an origin story, but it's one where the conflicting basis for him and his journey is that he has to really accept and acknowledge what his destiny is, and he's fighting against it to a degree. So I've met that a few times where, things happen and you're like, well, guess this is what I got to deal with, and you run from it, but it keeps chasing you, and you have to step up to the plate of your own potential. That's where I think I connected most with what his journey is.
Was this a role that you like reached out for, or was it they came to catch you?
No, man. I was a lucky bastard. I was honestly, I was on set. I was in the middle of filming one night in Miami. We were in the middle of a scene setup, and my manager called me and said, "Hey, so Green Lantern." I was like, "Wait, what?" Yeah. I'm like, who? Who's looking for me? Like, who's checking for me like that? But I don't know what happened, what they heard, because live action work is very different from animation work. It's very different experience criteria as well, and so the fact that they trusted me, had faith in me to carry this role was, it was immense. But no, man, it just kind of fell out of the sky.
So I have to ask, how does it feel? You're voicing and playing two iconic DC characters now. With Hawkman coming out. We're all excited for that. So how's that feel now? Like lending your voice to iconic Jon Stewart and also having that under your belt?
It is a grand opportunity and a wonderful happening I could not have ever guessed or conceived, The fact that it's all happening, converging at the same time is awesome. This moment is awesome. It's Comic-Con with these two, It's like insane, man. So no, I could not have planned this out any better than it happened. All I can say is that I hope that, I'm not intimidated by the fact that they're both superheroes or that they share, similar air. Every character, to me, the initiation is the same. I approach with honesty, and then after that honesty, it takes on its own journey because everybody's different, So these two characters, there was no concern of whether or not they're going to be similar because they're two very different men. Very different backgrounds, very different agendas, and very different ages, I might add. Yeah. So there's a different mentality, and I was just excited about being able to have the opportunities and just really hoping to take care of it.
You referenced One Night in Miami, which is a stage play made into a brilliant film.
Yeah.
Do you have, so now you're doing animation voice work, a stage play made into a film, you're doing another superhero film. As your career takes on all these different paths, is there a dream role or a dream type of project that you'd like to take on?
There are a few dream roles that I'm trying to conceive right now. My brother and I, we just produced a film, so as we continue to produce and create projects and really step into them, there's things that I want to see as a creator. Different type of roles I want to put out, different type of careers I want to put out. So we getting them cooked up, but I think that from just fanning out from that perspective as a fanboy. If there was a world I would like to join, so I'm always stick with the DC fam. I'm always be DC, right? I want to see both Green Lantern and Hawkman ride out their full stories for, the next 10 years. But if I wanted to add a world to my slate, it would probably be part of the Star Wars universe. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Big fan of Baby Grogu.
That's my little battery packets in there.
I have a Grogu statue in my house.
We should just go ahead and ask Star Wars to your filmography right now. It's like,
All I'm saying is, like, you know, that would be cool, man.
They were just talking about how this animated film could be a springboard for them to bring Jon Stewart into the live action universe. So
I wasn't a part of those conversations, so I can't really, you know what I mean? I can't say, you know what I'm saying?
sometimes it happens.
I mean, I can't. I don't know who you talk to. They ain't talk to me. Someone just leave it right there.
you feel like you like left a signature in this movie, like through your voice acting, like something of yourself.
Oh,
like,
I can't say I made. Well, I'll say this, absolutely, because I think that because of our unique natures individually, we all leave a signature. We all leave an imprint, whether we want to or not, whether we choose it or not, right? So that's definitely there. I just hope that whatever imprint I did leave is of value, and I hope that people, you know, feel it, enjoy it, and I hope that it contributed something to, you know, what people understand about Jon Stewart. Man.
Now, I'm curious about the character. Normally, with a lot of the superhero films, they have their persona as a public person, and then they have the superhero side, and their personalities, some elements cross over, some didn't. What would you say was the harder part for you, civilian or the Green Lantern side?
Well, John is still John,
Okay.
right? So, as a civilian, John, the suit doesn't make John the hero. John is a hero. The suit chose him. The Green chose him because he is a hero. So when he steps into the Green Lantern Corps and he becomes the Green Lantern, he's still the same person. That's why they chose him, you know? So there's no difference in terms of personality or morality or intention because of the fact that he's a soldier built through and through, and whether he's wearing a Marine uniform or the Green Lantern uniform, that's just who he's built to be. So he's still John. You know?
Thank you.
Could you talk a little bit about your voice acting process? Because I know it's different than live action.
Oh yes, very different. You have to be so aware of what you sound like, and people don't realize sort of the degree of difficulty going into voice acting. That's why I truly respect voice actors. I.e., you know, thinking about the OG Phil Lamar and how many different voices that he had, because I grew up, I watch animation, anime, all that kind of stuff, and you know, there are plenty of voice actors who throw their weight behind so many different personalities and tonality. I used to do a TV show as a cartoon show back in the day called Alpha Teens on Machines, Atom, ATOM. And we had Charlie Schlatter, we had Tom Kenny, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Tom was doing SpongeBob at the time, doing like 6 other shows. You know, we had so many people that were uber talented and created so many different personas. It really is a skill set, and as far as this goes, it was really maintaining gravitas, intention, being able to deliver intention in your voice is a lot different than we think, because sometimes you say something just like you felt it, but no, it kind of fell a little flat, because in your head you hear it a different way than you actually say it. So you have to play with different things, levels, tones, enunciation, to really be specific about making sure people feel what's on your face and in your heart through your voice. And it becomes a different muscle that you have to learn how to build up through experiences.
And those skills that you've learned, do you find that you're applying them to your other roles now in live action?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I always have a tough time accepting my voice, and when I hear myself, because I talk all the time, I get annoyed, I get frustrated with my own voice. I'm like, that didn't sound, I don't know how that sounded, but what I do apply is just the basic principles of really defining the minutia of application, whether it comes to facial expression, voice tone, whether body movement, being aware. It really comes down to, you know, as I said, the minutia of the details and how you apply them, because you have to be so super specific with every single character, with voice acting is how you pronounce things. It's the tenor in your voice. I'm being called with physical, you know, it's how you walk, how you stand, how you sit, all these things. So yes, it all just feeds the same machine. But thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Picture that ring real quick.